Hey, y'all, come on in. You're here on a great day.
We are off to Florida today with Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why? Come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to talk about ways to cool down your shave at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. They offer the Chill Mill, which is a grinder. And inside there are menthol crystals. You can pick what size you want those to be, and you just twist and grind them all up, put it in either the puck or the bowl as you build your lather.
But menthol's not for me. You say the minty smell it gets in your eyes. Well, there is an alternative, y'all. This is Chell. This is a synthetic menthol. It does not have a scent. It does not bother your eyes. It goes right on the face or wherever else you want it. It's a little more intense than regular menthol. Lasts about 20-25 minutes. Amazing stuff. Be careful. Wash your hands after. Do not get it in your eyes directly. And what is our soap today?
It looks like we are off to the Fountain of Youth today with an homage to Florida water. Let's meet it.
All right, y'all, from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
There are countless interpretations of Florida water, much like bay rum or sandalwood, each maker with their own spin. But when most folks hear the name, they picture that unmistakable bottle from Murray and Landman. That's the one we're riffing on today. Agua Dulce, Spanish for sweet water, pays homage to the mythic roots of Florida water, namely the legendary Fountain of Youth. This fragrance blends old world refinement with the raw, bright energy of the new world. Like the fabled waters it references, Agua Dulce is meant to rejuvenate and refresh morning to night. Florida water has always carried a strange nostalgic charm. Maybe you remember a glass bottle on a grandparent's dresser, ever present, rarely used. The cryptic label, a scent you instantly recognize even if you never really studied it. That's how I remember it too. And like any good myth, everyone remembers it a little differently. Some catch orange blossoms, others swear they smell Coca-Cola, juicy fruit, or cracked pepper.
They got my letters. A splash of American history. Florida water is a fragrance that is part of the American story. In the 19th century, perfumery was still considered a luxury, mostly worn by European aristocrats. In the young United States, fragrances were rare and typically reserved for the very wealthy. But Florida water was different. Light, bright, and accessible. It quickly became a staple, especially in the humid South and out on the western frontier. Picture settlers in covered wagons leaving behind Missouri, Virginia, or Pennsylvania, bringing along a cherished bottle to help them stay fresh on the dusty trails of Arizona, Texas, or New Mexico. A practical luxury for both men and women, it was the kind of cologne you'd splash on to cool off, cut through the summer heat, or just feel a little more human. Which is ironic that it's a PAA soap. Agua Dulce channels that legacy. Familiar, mysterious, and undeniably refreshing. Well, the only thing I kind of know about this is the folklore of Ponce de Leon seeking the Fountain of Youth in Florida somewhere, like hundreds of years ago. They made it into a Pirates movie.
They did.
Maybe that's why this makes you feel young.
And this sounds like it might be an important link in the chain. Let's open the box.
All right, unless this was the worst selling soap in the history of PAA, we did not get a hollow label because I was not fast on this. There it is. Look at that, y'all. And this is reminiscent of the original label as well. It's just this has more, aliens. But I did get a hollow label on this one. It's coming up soon, y'all. The tape folder is not at work today. We miss you, buddy. Hope everything's all right. This a little Florida water. There's the aftershave, y'all. I love these beautiful custom bottles.
Right?
And there are your perfect friends, ready for a little Florida vacation. Come along with us for a first impression. All right, y'all, we noticed on the Wikipedia page that there was a correlation between this original Florida water scent and the original 1147 from Cologne, Germany, which is homaged in this scent from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. So I'm kind of excited to see if that might be related to this, if this is an evolution of that, if they have nothing to do with each other. But there is one way to find out, as I have first
go
impression.
for it.
All right, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Here, nice pour.
Off to Florida we
Lovely.
go.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. This has some pokies.
Yeah.
This has some dry edges. There is something at the bottom of this for me that's almost hay-like, super natural.
Yeah.
Love it. This is an evolution. Y'all. Oh, that is putting it mildly. This is combining those citruses, those herbs, those grasses to be something as charming as mint without being mint. What a perfect mellow refresher, as they said, to put on your shoulder for the day. Hold on a second. The spine of this is herby. If there are florals in this, they are being disguised. And then something a little bit grassy underneath, but more of a lemongrass, more of something that comes back up against the citrus without having a grassy or a dry quality on its own. That's the primary difference I'm getting between this and 1147.
Okay.
This has some beautiful aquatic faces in what it's doing. I don't find in that one. Hold on.
So sweet water seems like it does make sense as a good name.
And some beautiful hints at an aquatic without going aquatic. I'm kind of finding bay in here a little bit in the middle, but it doesn't take you out to sea.
Okay.
It's almost gourmandy in how it's being used in this. There's something beautiful and green in this, but it doesn't go vetiver. It goes the other way. It's almost like the leaves of an evergreen. Maybe a hint of eucalyptus that my brain is taking all the way back to spearmint in how it's coming around full circle. And y'all, when I was looking for the sweet in this, I was about to say it's a mid-level sweet, but then there is one little singer in here that pops its head up above all the others, and it only happens about halfway through the whiff, that gives you this beautiful neroli-ish sense of an orchard that is blossoming in the late spring.
Ooh.
Now, the mystery. There is definitely mystery going on under the surface of this. It is something to do with a cold, bracing herb that you do find in lots of 50s and 60s aftershaves, but that's being offset by something almost gourmandy and a lot more welcoming in that accord. Wow.
I guess he did name it Agua Dulce because that's sweet water. So
Right.
something in there is meant to be sweet.
And then something silvery and creamy. It doesn't exactly go metallic, but it binds with something softer to just give your nose the sense there is something new and different in this. I figured it out.
Yeah?
I found it.
Okay.
I found it. This is what all of the Sean Connery, James Bond movies smell like. That's this. Okay, I need you to take this in.
Okay.
Well, I think what's the most amazing thing about this is what it's not. It's not trying to be a classic aftershave from the 50s and 60s. It just is. It's not trying to be something that's going to help you beat the heat and the Florida humidity, and yet it does.
Before I open it, how intense, like scent intensity wise?
Hold on.
Because if it's meant to be more of a water, or does it still have like kind of a good sense to it?
You know what? I'm so glad I'm marrying you. The thought that I was trying to form and couldn't figure it out before I passed this over to you was a way to answer that question.
Okay.
It's intense in its scent,
All right.
3.5 or 4.
Okay.
But none of these scent notes are designed to be sensed at like a 3.5 or a 4. So as soon as they go on you, they're just going to meld with your personality. There's not like a clary sage in this. There's not like a tobacco in this. There's not something that's going to jump out and say, look at me, look at me, look at me. All of this is very calm. All of this is balanced within an inch of its life to just give you that beautiful vibe. So yes, I'm getting a lot of scent.
Okay.
But that scent itself is not designed to be intense. It's meant to be the definition of mellow.
Yeah,
Having a
okay.
great day. Take
Now I'm
this
even
in.
more intrigued. Okay.
I'm glad you asked that. I did not know how to explain that.
All right. I'll see if I can do any better.
All right.
It seems like it's a good challenge to get this into translate
this
for you.
is
so.
a challenge. Only because all of these dancers are just dancing so beautifully together in such a large group, it's hard to pick one out.
Yeah.
All right, take it.
Okay. I'm ready now, I think. Oh, interesting. This is very up my alley
I
in a
know.
way that I was not expecting.
I know.
I'm glad you ended up getting this. We went back and forth a few times, but it has a place in our den.
Yes.
You're right about the bay rumness in here, the spices, the herbiness. That's a very Sarah kind of thing. But there is something humid about it.
Yes.
I don't know how that comes through in a scent, but it's for sure here. The citruses are there, but they're not how we normally see them.
Right. No.
Like it's almost like that hydrosol idea, like something happened to the fruits. They're still in there, but they've have different angles to them, or they're rounded off, or they're blended in a way that almost becomes one new fruit instead of ones you think you know.
Right.
Okay. It's not as florally as I was expecting either.
Right. No, not at all.
okay.
I don't even sense a floral in this. A little bit of an neroli, a blossom. That's as far as this
Yeah.
goes, I think.
Yeah, my brain almost puts it in the citrus category and is like, well, maybe. You know, it's kind of riding on the line.
Not for me. Herby, grassy is the spine for me.
But it is refreshing. So there's something, like you said, almost a mint, but not. Like there's something in there that makes me feel fresh and clean. And like if it was a hot day, this is what I'd want to throw on. And there's like a candied fruit in here.
Yeah.
Not like orange tang, but almost like a citrusy kind of, it's not fruit punch because we know they know that too, but it's something like that. Like something's happened to the fruit and made it turn up a little bit more. So it's got a neon sign a little bit, but it's just to add to the refreshing side.
Right.
And I remember reading on the thing that some people say it's juicy fruit or Coca-Cola even or
Oh,
something.
right.
And I think that's the part in here that if your brain followed it, you'd be like childhood. Like there's something in it that you don't know, the sweeter candied side.
I didn't think about that. Hold on. Oh! I can for sure see how they would say juicy fruit gum
Right.
is in this. Now let me look for the Coca-Cola. Hold on.
I think it's the citrusy side, but see what you
Yeah,
get.
I'm not really getting the Coke, but I am for sure getting the juicy fruit gum in there. And that's funny because that's not done with the fruits you think. It's like jackfruit. It's like other weird fruits that go into juicy fruit. That's wild.
So I think instead of turning the corner and going all the way Coca-Cola, it goes to the bay rum herby like spice. And the spices aren't too sweet.
Right.
They're just kind of calming things down.
Yeah,
somehow.
right.
I really thought I would have known someone that wore this. But I don't think I did.
I don't either.
I think if anything, it's more the bay rumminess that this probably morphed from that I'm recognizing within the whiff.
Yeah.
But it's done completely differently. Like I don't really think I knew anyone that wore this. The sweeter citruses still are the beginning of the whiff for me.
Yes.
But it's almost even like the orange rind has been candied. Like something's happened to it. And then I think it might just be a neroli. I don't think I get any white florals or anything. I mean,
Yeah,
there's something clean in here, so I could be wrong. But that then dumps me into the herby bay leaf kind of a lane.
Right.
And then the send-off is somehow where the humidity is staying with the whiff and it goes greener. Not vetiver, but you might be onto something with the lemongrass or like
Or evergreen. I was kind of getting like that idea.
It's not quite a mint leaf, but it's something in that herb.
Eucalyptus, maybe. Hint of that.
Like I almost want it to be like a cucumber martini or something. Like there's
Oh.
something in it that you have only on like hot days. Like I want that refreshing side.
But that is exactly where this is hitting my brain. Now look at my face. This does not smell like cucumber, melon by any stretch of the imagination. But you know that clean, white, beachy part of your brain that wakes up when you do smell a cucumber, melon kind of thing? This wakes up that same place without using those scents, which is nice because I'm more a fan of these scents than those scents.
But even like post massage, like some hotels will put like mint or something in your water. Like it's almost, that's a much more tamed down version of what this is doing. So I'm thinking, since this is technically Florida water, if we add a little real water into this, some things might open up a little, my friends.
Well, and then we can look at the scent notes too when we build our lather. Come along with us! All right, y'all, back to the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
We start off with orange, neroli, you were right, and lemon. So those are the citruses we have to play with here.
Now, I'm not really getting lemon or orange in any of the ways that I am expecting. I am getting the neroli, but I think what we're talking about here is kind of a blend of blends. We have been dipping our toes into the pool of raw material perfuming, and sometimes when you do combine two materials, that accord does not smell anything like those two ingredients. It's kind of an amazing way that nature has of bringing scent notes together and having new chemical formulations come out and they smell completely different. This is kind of about balance. I'm not sensing orange. I'm not sensing lemon. I'm not really sensing the other notes in here because I think where they are coming together is creating such a new scent and such a new personality You almost can't sense any of these individual things inside of it. Like with a perfectly balanced spaghetti sauce, can you really taste the anchovy paste? No, you can't.
I think I do feel like I'm brought in by orange-ish, whatever that kind of could be.
Right, that's a great way to say it. Orange-ish,
Orange-ish.
is in here. Lemon-ish.
Yeah, and then that kind of sweetens up with the neroli.
Right.
But to me, the lemon, I almost get like the lemon leaf, or you said lemongrass.
Yes.
Like it's something. The lemon starts it, but then again, it kind of clicks into something new. Like it just jumps into the refreshing side of the scent there. So I do think the orange is the sweeter side, meeting the neroli, and then the lemon turns the cleaning kind of portion.
Maybe even a little bit of the lemon flower.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting in this. But you're right. The green of a snapped, crisp lemon tree leaf is what I'm getting in this. And then we kind of dive into some spicier things. We start with clove.
So not a bay leaf, it's clove.
Clove, when I smell it alone, gives me the sense of a campfire. Growing up, I'm not sure why. I don't really get that pumpkin pie spice. I get more of a calming, nostalgic camping trip. And that's how I'm getting the clove in this. You kind of sensing that?
You know, I guess I am. Maybe that's why it's a little sweeter than a bay leaf is. Like there's something that's just kind of content in my soul when I smell it.
Subtle sense of smoke in this. And then this is the only one that surprises me.
Oh.
We've got a barbershop floral right in the middle of a scent where we were just proclaiming there's very little floral. I give you lavender. Y'all, but now this can have many faces, many forms. I'm kind of getting the non-lavender diva kind of sense. I'm kind of getting that warm, softer, cottony laundry lavender in here instead.
It's funny, when I try to find the lavender, the rest of the stuff gets louder. Like the lavender like cancels itself out.
There you go.
I mean, I can tell there's something keeping it brighter and cleaner.
Right.
So it must be doing something. But like you said earlier, it's blended so well, we can't really pull it out. But there is a little green side to the lavender diva to me.
Right.
So maybe that's kind of where the green, because I'm not seeing any greens listed here. Our last scent note is woody.
That's the one that makes me mad, because what are we supposed to do with that? That could be eucalyptus,
Anything.
That could be Christmas trees. But maybe that's where the mystery comes in. We're not really supposed to be given a complete map for this formula.
But again, maybe once we lather this, it could change how well they're blended. We might be in for a whole new experience.
I'm loving the bay.
Me
in
too.
That. You kind of sensing
but there's
Douglas's
not bay.
West Indian Bay. And
There says there's clove. That's why I was confused earlier. Because I would have sworn it's in here.
Put it in the comments, but I'm thinking they left one off this list. There is obviously bay in this.
Like I almost coconut bay with lime.
Yeah!
You know, like
I'm
my
getting
brain
hints of that, for
wants it
sure.
to be something like that.
Absolutely.
This has way more going on, but yeah.
All right, y'all. Here is the vegan base from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I'm just going to get a little more than an almond size, just that much, and put it into the ridges of my Captain's Choice Aquamarine bowl. I love this thing. And y'all, I'm just going to make a wide, thin layer of soap at the bottom of this bowl. My object here is just to transfer it onto the bristles first before I make a lather. I used to hate when those giant bubbles would start off my lather and no amount of stirring would seem to make them get any smaller. But if you start out with the smaller bubbles, it's a much different experience, I find. So that's how it looks when I start this out. And then I'm just going to hit that with water, wet the soap, kind of do a vertical bloom here and let the water hang out at the bottom of this bowl. I'm going to use it later. I'm just going to use those tiny little droplets that are on the soap to wet the bristles of this brush. This is my StarCraft brush, y'all. It's one of my favorites, and I'm just going to go clockwise and counterclockwise on that soap and start loading it onto the bristles. Look at that. It's halfway gone.
And if you wanted to use the chill mill, I don't want to mess up the scent, so we're not going to add it in. But this, you would have put it in
maybe
and use it into the lather there. Which actually, that would probably really work nice with this type of a scent.
Right. And about every 30 seconds, I'm going to spin the brush about 25% in my hand. And look at that, y'all. The soap, it's just about gone. And then I'm going to go down and sop up the rest of that water onto the bristles like a sponge. And when the water's just about gone, oh, that is ready to face load, tub load, or bowl load. Here we go. I'm going to start spinning.
A few moments later.
I can tell this is a 200-year-old scent. I get echoes of this in number 6 from Cosmo Massey. I get echoes of this in 1147. And I think it's because back then, they didn't have any aroma molecules. They didn't have any synthetic chemicals to build these things. They had to be essential oils. They had to be those kind of things, resins.
Yeah.
So they were a little bit limited. But within conformity, there is great freedom.
It's funny that you keep saying grassy, because I would agree with you. There's something green. I mean, even looking at the label, it has greens everywhere, but nothing here is green.
And it's not vetiver by any stretch of the imagination. It goes the other way. And next to the bay, that's also not listed here.
So I think we're back to what we said earlier. Somehow these 6 scent notes, it's the magic between the scent notes and what they're creating or what our brains are trying to interpret them as, that's where the mystery kind of fun part is.
And we love watching our I'd Lather Be Shaving videos where Doug and Matt Pisarcik do their shaving. You can go check those out. Lots of great folklore about the PAA scents are locked in those too. And we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, but we thought you might like to see what it looks like when a PAA lather coats and covers a moneymaker that's about to get married. By the way, you are all invited to our wedding virtually on Instagram. It will be on September 21st. We hope to see you. And y'all, I am firmly convinced this splash is going to take off at least 15 years. Why don't you come along with us? We'll see what happens.
Ooh, it's a little cloudy.
Now, I'm not sure what ingredient does that, but we've got 5 or 6 of our PAA splashes that have
It's
a
like
little
the
bit of
humidity's in
a
there.
lovely cloud. Oh, the sticker's back.
I'm excited.
This might be more your friend than mine.
It really might be.
This really is up your alley, too.
I was
All right,
not
here we
expecting
go.
that. Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Does it change a little?
Oh.
Oh, wait. The woods are talking.
And the citrus is sour. It's just under the surface, so you don't get it on your first whiff.
Oh, that took a turn. That's different.
Sour orange under the surface. That's what's giving it that mystery. That's what's giving it that movement. Whoa, because you don't sense it in the full balance, only if you're looking for it, which means that something else in here is going sweeter.
Yeah.
That floral is going way sweeter in the splash. I am now getting kind of a jasmine powdered sugary kind of thing from the florals.
But the lemon, like the lemon rind, is talking.
This is essential oil. I am smelling lemon essential oil in this. I'm getting that meaty pulpiness of the center of the lemon in this now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it's less humid. I don't know how that happened, but the humidity part is a little quieter.
Little bit of a cedar in the wood, I think is what we're getting. Wow.
And there's something like a natural muskiness that kind of woke up.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know, the clove, something in there is a little quieter, and now it's kind of more... I do feel the humid in the air, but the scent of the humid is gone. Is it more masculine now? Like, I feel like it got
I was thinking it went the other way. I was thinking this went a little bit more unisex because I could sense the florals. I could sense the sweets a little bit more.
This is still a little more candied sweet to me. This is a little more like fresh air outdoorsy kind of happening.
Now, where does this take you? Where's the vibe of this? It's not out to sea for me, but it's very specific.
So it's interesting because its goal is supposed to be refreshing. And I do feel like I just stepped into the shady side of the street. Like there's some shade on me now. It has cooled things off. So I wasn't expecting the scent to actually transform.
Right.
But it's actually refreshing scent itself.
You know what this smells like? Besides the Sean Connery and James Bond, which I still firmly believe, this smells like the wedding scene in The Godfather. Oh. Everybody's outside having a good time. There's lots of trees, lots of green, lots of florals. And I guarantee you, every guy wearing a tux in that scene is going to have a little something on his cheek. And you put that all together, and with it, is there a special favor I can do for you while I pet my cat?
In the splash, I get more of the throwback to like what would have come out 200 years ago, but it's so cool that it's still present somehow. Like this is still current in its own way.
And a necessary step. And why don't we have a very grown-up conversation?
All right.
I was almost led to believe that these two are similar, but now having got to know this, I really don't think they are, but I think we have to compare. So this is the Lee thinks this is Douglas Whiff on 3. 1, 2.
Oh,
okay.
Interesting.
I know, right? It's very
different now.
Yeah. Oh!
Total opposite sides.
Way less sweet, way more antique, way woodier.
Drier.
Way spicier, drier, a little bit more hay kind of thing going on in this. Why are our faces being all ugly with it? No, it's not that. It's the very different vibe. This is like the orange juice after the toothpaste. You know what I mean?
They aren't friends like you would assume.
Oh, no.
Use totally different ways somehow.
Do not mix those. The Barbershop Duet will not be held responsible for you mixing these two scents.
Wow, is that the third time you're putting this on?
I love this.
Wow.
Well, that's the other cool thing about this. Sometimes with colognes, when I put them on, they're like, gotcha, you're full for the day. CAD, it's like that. When I put on the CAD splash, I was talking to Fox, and he's like, why does it even make an EDP? That splash is incredibly potent. I love this because it is intense. Yeah. But it's almost like the more you put it on, the more fun you're having. It's one of those aftershave kind of things.
It kind of blends with your own scent in another cool, transformative little piece
Yes, there are divots in it so that your own personality can help fill in those gaps. It's a best friend scent that's there to support you, not the other way around.
So I know when this originally came out, it probably did not have a crazy lasting power. I'm guessing it was just meant for that immediate refreshing, kind of lasts for a little bit, but maybe not all day. I feel like this is one you may want in an EDP or some form that could last all day, because there's nothing too pokey in this. Like, it really just blends with you somehow.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Doc Brown with his freshly minted DeLorean, ready to discover the history of perfuming. You're going to go back a few hundred years and stop off in Cologne, Germany. It's going to be lovely. You're going to totally get it. It's a nice scent, neroli florals, lots of woods, kind of dry, but it doesn't really fit your personality for a scientist and an explorer and a fan of Jules Verne. So you're going to make your way slowly over to Florida. You're going to find the Fountain of Youth, and you're going to get your own. So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com, or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Well, I have had my shave, y'all, with Agua Dulce, and gotten to know that homage to Florida water a little better. I had no idea how deeply ingrained Florida water was in this world. There are cultural elements to it. There are supernatural elements to it, and I cannot get over how different and yet how mellow and how soothing the scent of this actually is. And the splash, even better than the soap, and I rarely say that. Douglas and Fran, thank you for knowing of the myriad of scents and aftershaves out there that have been created over the years. Which ones are important to our noses, our memories, and our souls? We will be back for more.
Welcome to Messages.
Hey, y'all. So for our September giveaway, we decided we were going to give away a full 30 milliliter bottle of the wedding EDP that Adopted Acres has crafted for our wedding favor. Think redwood, cherry, cinnamon, lactonic. All you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on our first October episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck. Not what we were expecting, but kind of at the same time.
It's funny that on the sales page, he says you probably all saw this bottle and it probably wasn't often used. Mm-hmm. Well, that perked my ears up. Why would there be a scent on my grandfather's dressing station that he rarely used? Well, y'all, this is for a very specific moment in time. This is when it's a little bit too hot outside. This is when you don't want an EDP on your shoulder that's going to have giant waves of florals, that's going to have a personality that's going to take you over. No, no, no. You just want something that's going to help cool you off and give your brain that sense of a cool Florida breeze wafting across your Stockton living room. That's why my grandfather would have had this in his collection. You don't need it all the time, but when you need it, you need it.
I just keep envisioning us having this last year when we were at Red Bluff and it was like 100 billion degrees.
That is exactly when I would put this on, when I need to feel like there's a mister and there's not a mister.
Yeah.
So Douglas and Fran, I gotta thank you for something. I didn't used to realize how seasonal scents could be until I got into this wet shaving world. And I thought, I'm gonna use cane in the summer. I'm gonna use Immortal Peach in the winter. And I do. But hold on. I didn't realize how some of these are so inexorably linked to the season for which they are created, helping cool you off, helping warm you up, helping you to appreciate the florals you're going to find on the tree outside, or that beautiful pumpkin pie that your grandma just made in the oven. Thank you for giving us such a perfect summer scent to help celebrate the end of our last single summer together.
Yes. Right? It's funny because if I would have seen that bottle on someone's shelf, I don't know if I would have reached up and taken a whiff necessarily. Right. But I'm actually very glad that we were pushed to get this because now I feel like I understand its purpose in a whole new way, and I would have missed out not having this scent in our den. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.